Tammy, thank you so much. That is something that I would have forgotten. So if anybody else sees something that else I'm supposed to be doing, drop it over there and I'll read it and hop on. So everything that we were doing was not working, and the quality of life we had was deteriorating from going out to eat and not being able to sit at a table long enough because of his back, and then my anxiety and his anxiety. If you're a military family on here, thank you so much, because I know what that is like. I know what the transition's like, and we have lived in those shoes. So I had naturally posted on Instagram, like a lot of us do, and said, hey, does somebody know something about essential oils? And this is going to wrap into what I'm going to talk about and why it's important to share your story about why you got started. What I'd like to see you guys do right now is drop in the comments what you got started with Young Living. I don't care if it was a premium starter bundle, if it was one product, put some of that in there so everybody can kind of see what everybody got started with when they started grabbing their products. So I posted on social media, and a girl in California, she's my enroller now, and I have still never met her 7 years later. Okay. And she was helping veterans get taking care of their finances through the government out in California. And we had connected over that. So she was kind of giving me some help with stuff. And she said, you're asking about essential oils, and I'm curious what's going on. And I had told her what was going on. And she said, well, I use Young Living. So I went and I did all my research, because that's my personality. I don't believe what anybody ever tells me till I read it myself. I don't know if any of you are like that. But she said, this is what I think that you should get. And I had a relationship with her where I trusted her, and we grabbed our starter kit, and I never looked back. The first night that we had went out for dinner, we put a roller top on Panaway, and Becca had talked all about these premium starter kit oils in the last call, right? So if you were on that, you know how versatile it is. And we were able to enjoy our dinner without having him to have me get up and to adjust himself, which for us was huge, because we were literally going out for a short amount of time and coming home. And we were young. I mean, we were young, but we were a younger, just married couple. And it was becoming very, it was really hard. So I grabbed my kit and I never looked back. And what I did was the same thing you guys did. I posted my starter kit online on Facebook and said, Lord help me, I just got involved in this. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm so excited. And then I started sharing with all I had, which was that premium starter kit, how I was using it, my mistakes, what I was learning, how I was learning, what I was reading, the resources I had available to me. I was sharing all of this. So it showed people that, number one, they didn't have to know everything. Number two, they didn't have to be alone. Okay. And then within that first month, I think I had enrolled 4 people, the next month, 6 people. And then it just started growing. I had no idea it was a business, probably like the rest of you. And I had messaged my enroller and I said, hey, people want to know about this. Can I give you their names and you can give that link? And she said, no, you're going to grow a business. And community was really big for me at that time, just for my own mental state. And that's how I started growing my business, was with premium starter kits. Now we have 2 kids, 7 and 5. Charlotte is 7, Jackson is 5. We have a dog, and I retired from dental hygiene. I want to say about 3 years in from starting my Young Living business. That was never in my playbook. I actually told myself I didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom. And the possibilities are absolutely huge with this business. I stuck with the consistency of the premium starter bundle. The really sparkly thing that appealed, I think, to all of us on here was what happened last year when you could start to enroll customers with whatever they wanted. Now, I know for me, what I love is when you ask Young Living to do things, they give you things. And we had asked for products for so long. I had team members that were coming to me saying, it would just be nice if I could just sell one thing and get them the 24% discount, because we never enrolled anybody retail. It's just what our upline taught us. It was premium starter kit. So once they were able to enroll people with whatever they wanted, how we sold changed. So that was the part that I saw, because how they changed how you could enroll, we started selling differently. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. The one thing I did see in my business from last year to this year, I have 180 personally enrolled. My subscribe to save, our loyalty rewards, we'll use the correct words, always was around 72 to 74%. Within the last year, I'm sure some of this has to do with the website. I do not blame all of it, because my enrollment and how I was selling has changed, went down to 64%. So to be consistent for 6 to 7 years with that 72 to 74%, to start enrolling customers not with a premium starter kit, and for me to see the loyalty rewards go down, I knew something was changing. Okay, so we were getting short wins, small wins, less wins as far as what we were selling, and we were getting enrollments, but the holistic lifestyle wasn't there. So when they had said to us, hey, it's time to onboard people with whatever you want, I said, it is really important for me to make sure that people are getting somewhat of a wellness lifestyle. So I created bundles for my team. A hormone bundle, 100 PV, so they would make the fast start. Skincare bundle, 50 PV. What you're doing is we were enrolling with these, but what we were not seeing was as many reorders, and we also were not seeing as many brand partners. So after looking at this for a few months, it allowed me to see a couple of things. I can teach somebody how to sell a premium starter kit. I can't teach somebody how to sell Progessence Plus. So after looking at that and seeing the duplication, that was one of the things that I realized. We could sell these bundles all day long, but we're only putting, a patch on a hole in a boat versus selling the holistic lifestyle. And I think it's really easy to get wrapped up in somebody saying, hey, I want that bottle of Thieves Cleaner, and you want to give them that win, or they want that bottle of lavender, versus waiting and saying, is that the thing that's going to change their life wholly in the whole holistic way that we've always been doing it? Probably not. What if we just waited a little bit longer, create a little bit more of that relationship, and really got there? All right, I have notes because I will go off on a tangent, guys. So let's see. I definitely realized that doing it this way was not the best for the customer. I've had some customers who will order 2 things that I post on my social media. And I'm going to go over a little bit how I post about that. And then the following month, she would grab the premium starter bundle. And I'm like, okay, so now I just lost a fast start with a kit sale bonus because she now is reordering a premium starter bundle later. And that was really frustrating for me, but I knew it could work either way, whereas I'd always been doing it the same way. So let's see. I was no longer sharing a holistic approach, but more of the patch in the boat. So I would post Super Bee, and somebody would message me and say, I want Super Bee, which is great, except that's, like I said, that's not going to change their entire life. So we're going to talk about the 4 things that I have noticed, the 4 reasons why the premium starter kit, premium starter bundle, because now it's a PSB, premium starter bundle is the best way to go. And I'm specifically going to talk about the Desert Mist. You can talk about the Aria all day. I that's what's on my stories all the time. I feel like the Desert Mist premium starter bundle, the price point is amazing for what you get. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the value for you and for your customer. So the value for your customer is the 12 oils, the Thieves hand sanitizer, which now comes in packets if you did not know that, the spray, the Ningxia roller fitments, and they now put a book in there. And it is amazing. And it's over, I don't know, $400 and something. It's absolutely insane. That premium starter bundle was curated by Young Living because they knew that those were the most used everyday oil in everybody's home. So it was created for you, me, every customer that was going to get started with that one thing. Okay. Plus you're getting paid for your time that it's going to take you to educate. They give you an extra $25 when you enroll a new customer with a premium starter bundle. You get the 25% of the fast start, which is your 25, and then a bonus bundle, which is back, by the way. If you did not know that, that is back, because they know it takes a little bit of time for you to educate on that. So they're giving you a great value to pay you for your time, which is something that's really, really big. And I know sometimes it's uncomfortable for people to talk about money in this business, but you know what? It is a business. And I treated this like a business from the beginning, even though it was my side hustle. But I always treated people in my business like a business, and that is why it has grown the way that it is. Weil knows that when you enroll somebody with a starter kit, in comes education. So onboarding is going to be super important. And the beauty of things now is just Grow Group alone, the resources you guys have, had I had those 7 years ago, my mind would have been blown. People share landing pages that you can just send your customers to that show how to use the premium starter bundle. There are subscriptions that you can buy into where people are giving you text programs where you can say, hey, I'll opt into this text. Some people send emails, some people plug them into their upline. Okay. So the value right there is so great. And you have a little bit of that stuff already done for you, which is nice. When someone orders a random bundle, this is for me personally, it's harder for me to scale the time to educate because everything is super duper tailored to their needs. So everyone's order was different. And then when I always keep a sheet of what everybody orders. I'm somebody who always asks, what did you get? If I see that the PV is different than a starter kit, because I want to know how to make sure that I can help them. But when one was a hormone bundle and another one was a Ningxia bundle and another one was, my onboarding had to change, which means I'm really working hard on time and being super intentional with time. I'm sure a lot of you guys are on here doing the same thing. You don't want to be working 22 hours a day. You really want to be getting your stuff done. When you enroll people with that premium starter bundle, it's just the same thing over and over and over. Okay. So versus everybody's order is different. And now you have to go and educate specifically on all of those things. All right, let's see. It targets almost every single issue, and it's easier for your enroller to follow up with products that you haven't tried. So for instance, hey, what bottle have you not opened yet? It creates that little bit of easy communication. This is all going under the value of the starter kit. I'll let you guys know when that topic changes. I didn't know that buying one bottle of oil was even an option when I had my kit. So I don't allow that to be an option for my customers. You guys can say or have an opinion that it might be stingy or that it might. Just for me, in my whole heart, it has to be a wellness approach. Yes, frankincense underneath your tongue has been amazing for me for anxiety, but you know what else helped? Removing candles and repairing my endocrine system. So talking to it as a whole holistic wellness lifestyle versus just that one thing, okay? We tend to undersell based on the point that what somebody is asking us for. So when somebody messages and says, I need something for immune system support, you may just say thieves, because you're going to get an easier yes to a $42 bottle of oil versus $165 PSK, right? Like that's where the brain goes. So there's the win. But in reality, what does your customer really need? If we're truly working on the immune system, we are going to start with the premium starter bundle. We're going to teach them how to use Vitality. We're going to teach them how to use a roller, and we're going to have them diffusing 24/7. Okay. Number two, why I love the premium starter bundle. Duplication for brand partners. Like I said, we had noticed over the last, I would say our brand partner had changed a bit. And it was because us as brand partners were talking about the business a little bit differently. Also, we were showing so many different ways to get started that people didn't have clear-cut direction in order how to onboard and how to get started with Young Living. So your customer only needs to know about their bundle. They only need to know about half the oils in their bundle. They only have to have aha moments or one testimony that blew their mind to be able to actually confidently share on their social media or teach a class about something, okay? Versus having a certain audience with just Pro Plus. We know Pro Plus is just for women. You're not going to market Pro Plus to a man. With the starter kit, it's going to go to everybody. There's not going to be a cutoff, okay? PSK, it's all in one. They're not going to have to go create custom bundles. I know when I started, I like to read everything and learn everything, but I have brand partners that are like, Jess, this girl wants to use stuff for energy. What do I give her? So my brain, obviously, like I know the things that I would set her up for loyalty rewards with, but I know at the very beginning, we're going to start with a premium starter bundle because it has things in there that are going to start with energy, and she's going to get other ahas the entire way. Plus, your customers get really empowered when they have the premium starter kit, which is awesome. My consistency on social media, I wanted to share, it's 80% premium starter kit products. So I will share, and I put my handle in here. I'm going to go through the comments after, just because like I said, I'm going to get sidetracked. 80% PSK products, not just the PSK, like, hey, look at me, but those oils consistently over and over, whether it's a morning diffuser blend, a seasonal roller, things that I know I can constantly connect people and loop them back to that starter kit. And then 20% are my loyalty rewards things, all the things that I order. So my sunscreen, my insect repellent, all of those things. This helps your brand partners confidently share the same things over and over and over again. And we know based on social media, it's like 14 exposures until somebody sees something. So they know that they can keep perfecting and getting better and better talking about the starter kit. Plus, look how many different ways you can use peppermint, whether it's ants or it's breathing or it's allergies or it's a bug bite. They have multiple ways that they can learn while they're in there sharing, and that creates that duplication. So they can share their PSK products and their must-haves all the time. And generally, the must-haves, so the loyalty reward stuff that I share, are the ones that my customers want. My customers are like me. So when I shared my order this month, it was sunscreen, thieves wipes for traveling, all the things. My customers that watch my stories are like, oh, I got to put that on my loyalty reward. They got started with the starter bundle. So getting a brand partner is a little bit easier in this sense when you have them starting and sharing the premium starter bundle and watching you, because they know where to start. They know the basics of how to set up their diffuser. They know how to make a roller. You led them with that education. They know how it felt to be overwhelmed at the beginning, and your brand partners are going to onboard people a little bit differently that their experience was. Maybe like for me, I didn't talk enough about diffusing for them, or they needed a video on how to set it up. They're going to create that for their customers, which is really cool. So it's an experiential thing that allows them to be really, really specific on how they want to share at the starter kit. They don't have to know all the things, and they don't have to make all the bundles, because once they go into your groups, or you get them the LifeStep app, if you don't have groups, those are really, really great ways to help them educate their customers, because not everybody wants to do that. And it can be really, really overwhelming when you get questions at the very beginning from people right and left looking for help. Number 3 is versatility and options. Starter kit covers sleep, stress, pain, digestion, respiratory, bruises, you name it. It does all of the things. It's one bundle for all the things. And when people say, well, not really, well, how many times have you had a headache? And I'll start with Panaway on my temples, no relief. I'll go to peppermint on my temples, on the back of my neck, maybe no relief. I'll grab Thieves and put it to the roof of my mouth, and then it's gone. There is nothing more empowering than to have a customer that says to you, hey, that lavender is not working. It's keeping me up at night. That is me. It makes me neurotic. Well, you know what you have? You have Peace and Calming in there. You have Frank, you have Valor. Let's try a couple different ones each night to see which one you sleep the best with, because I know you're working on sleep. Digestion, we have Digize and we have peppermint, and we also can add citrus fresh or lemon to your water for detox. When you think about all of those touch points that you have versus enrolling a customer with one product, it really makes communication and follow up not be weird. Because when the summer changes and you were using peppermint for your allergies in March, now you're using it for ants, or you're making a plant spray. It creates very easy communication for you to constantly be looping back to that premium starter kit. And then your warm market that's still watching you says, oh, she posted that last month for allergies. It works for that too. So it just keeps duplicating that entire thing over and over. Okay. Let's see. You can feel confident making suggestions. Knowing that the answer is in the kit versus saying, hey, I sold you a bottle of lavender. It didn't work. I want you to buy cedarwood now. I want you to buy this now. When they can get an aha in their kit, it's easy to go back and ask for more. It's easier because you have solved a problem with their initial investment, right? You've sold them into holistic living. You've worked with them until they have a moment and they have that aha moment and they are connected and they are invested. Then you can say the lavender and Peace and Calming is working really well. Is your brain not shutting off? I think you might need cedarwood. I think you might need release. That can be on your next loyalty reward order. So I feel like it really empowers your customer, but it also empowers yourself and your brand partner to be able to have answers by looking back into that kit and saying, there's 20 other things and 20 other ways that we can use this wellness toolbox. There's something for everybody in here, and you have a bunch of touch points versus I enrolled you with Super Bee, or I enrolled you with a bottle of peppermint. You cannot touch base with that customer super often on how's that peppermint going? How'd you use that peppermint today? Hey, that bottle of peppermint, what'd you do with that today? You know, a bottle of peppermint majority of the time sits on the shelf, or maybe it goes on dryer balls, or maybe it goes in a bottle of cleaner. But your touch points there become awkward because it's one thing versus being able to say, hey, I know you have that kit. Let's talk about what's going on in the world today, or let's talk about what I saw on your Facebook, or let's talk about what your wellness, goals are, and go from there. You can have unlimited touch points. I had some notes. Yesterday, I posted about ants. We have ants in our pool house. And I have a girl who hasn't ordered in a while. She grabbed a starter bundle probably like 3 years ago, then reactivated. And she still has a bunch of oils. And I posted about ants. I was dropping it all over. They were running everywhere. And she said, perfect timing. And then she sent me a picture of her ants. So it was a touch point with just a starter kit bundle because she had one where she went and cracked open her oil. So think about the people that are maybe in the background of, the people that kind of have fallen off a little bit of using them. When you show up with those premium starter bundles, it gets them saying, oh my God, I have that one. Do I have that one? I want to use it. When you can keep doing that. I have dance recital. Little kids have dance recitals coming up. Grab the Valor, throw that on your social media, message a mom. Hey, you've got that Valor. I heard you say, Charlotte was nervous. Use that. That's something that goes on right now. People are traveling. Don't forget your little Thieves spray. I always, when I go to a hotel, spray the remote, spray the phone, all the things people know that came in their starter bundle. So it's a nice little reminder too, because of the versatility that is in there. Let's see, you can also curate. This is still under the versatility, but this is something that I do. I don't know if any of you guys are in the Success in 6 that myself, Jill, and Lizzie are running. It's all in Grow, and it starts June 20th. It's 6 weeks with us. Two calls a week. I'll go over a little bit more at the bottom, but I actually just created some graphics and put them in there. The thing that's nice about curating for the starter kit is you can change it for the season. So I have starter kit graphics for just kids. So it's all about the premium starter bundle and just kids and how to use them on kids. I also just made one for summer. All of the premium starter kit oils and how to use them in summer. Then I will grab them for back to school, and I will you can write a class. If you guys don't do social media, you can host a class on it. Back to school with the premium starter bundle. You can talk about every single oil that's in there. And because they're so versatile, put them in the season that you're talking about them in. Okay. The same thing with spring cleaning, seasonal allergies, spring cleaning. It's getting warmer. You've got so many different touch points with that premium, more barbecues. People might be getting upset bellies. You've got Digize to talk about. It's unlimited, and you can tweak that every season that you want to still appeal to the need of the audience in the world of the season that we're in. That is sales, and we are in sales. As much as we are sharing from our hearts, we are still in sales, and we know that what goes on and what is happening in the world is what gets people to buy. So it empowers customers to see why they want to buy the kit, okay? This is my last little blurb. I knew that I told you, like, well, I'm not gonna have an hour, but I will do some serious Q&A with you guys about anything that I have to share about Young Living statistic. This is from Andrew. I had chatted with him about this, and I wanted to know if I was alone. So 70% of the people that come on board with a premium starter bundle order again. That means 70% of them had an aha moment. 70% of them found something in that kit that changed their life, that gave them a result, that produced something that was enough to have them be invested, that they ordered again. Okay, that's huge. That is a huge, huge number. Okay, and we know, think about when somebody gets a premium starter bundle and they're diffusing in their home. Okay, and somebody else comes over and says, that smells amazing. What is that? They're more apt to share. They're more apt to talk about, oh, hey, yeah, you could get one of these. They're more apt to refer people because it's in their home, it's on display. You've got that desert mist going, right? The number has gone up since the launch of the site, since last July. So now this was interesting to me. But for new enrollments, since last July, that statistic of 70% has actually gone up. So you got to remember, the new people don't know the old website. The new people don't know what it was like before. The new people, they're only onboarding with how gorgeous and easy the website is as a new person versus a lot of us that were trying to learn the ins and the outs, and it was confusing, and we had to all get through it. And we lost some people through that, right? That were frustrated and saying, I don't understand the new website. It's just difficult. Now we're seeing more people because the website's way more user-friendly, which I thought was a really, really cool statistic. Another stat, so the first 3 months when you enroll somebody with a premium starter bundle, you get 25% back on their orders, right? If you can get a customer to order their third order, okay, it's almost guaranteed that they will continue to order for the next year. So I enroll everybody in Loyalty Rewards when I onboard them. It is not a choice. You are on Loyalty Rewards. I love you. We don't have to talk about it, but in 30 days, we're going to have other things in your cart. I don't want them to not, I might have an interruption right now by a child just saying goodnight, so excuse me. But what I love about this is that Young Living is paying you that 25% fast start the first 3 months because they know your hand in hand is what's going to get that customer educated, sold, onboarded, all of the things. And if they're ordering the first month, the second month, the third month, you have them as lifelong customers, which is really, really great. So your connections through that fast start are really paying off long-term. That's where your onboarding is really, really important. And you can rinse and repeat this over and over with your premium starter kit, okay? I'm gonna do some Q&A. I know it's 8:24. Hold on one second. Jackson, I'm on a call, okay? Here's my little guy who probably wants to come in. I'm gonna go through these comments and see what we have for PSKs. Oh, we have a Golden Touch kit in here. And if you have any feelings about like what's holding you back from growing premium starter kits, excuse me. He knows, can I have a fruit cup? Because his dad's downstairs. So I'm going to say yes, no matter what. Bobby, you've got to shut the door. Okay, honey? Tell him mom said yes. And that's it. Daddy won't let me. So I'm going to come ask mommy because he knows I'm going to say yes. I'm telling you. All right, let's see what everybody gets started with. I'm going to look. I scrolled too far back. One thing definitely Young Living knows with the Cultivate and Grow bonus, like the premium starter bundle is where it's at. And no matter what, like you can tell when they put that into play, it shows that the best customer is the one that we sell whole wellness to, right? And that's where we want to be. PSK, Ningxia PSK, PSB, I know, it's PSB now. I'm having a hard time getting to that. So we have a lot of starter kits in here, and we have some singles. This one, Cedarwood, Peppermint, Gentle Baby, Lemon, and Thieves, and then the kit. So I have customers recently within the last year that have done that say, I want to just get the Progessence Plus and the Super B, and then 3 weeks later order a starter bundle. Oh, Digest is a gateway oil. So there are some, like, you know, you're going to have your people who absolutely are going to switch. Look at us. And then you guys are all brand partners. Let's see. A couple of raindrops in here. Ningxia Red starter kit. So you ideally could do any starter kit that you love. I always say share the bundle that's for you. For me, that's the premium starter bundle. That's what I duplicate to my team and my customers. How often do I post? I post every day. I follow, I don't know if any of you guys did social selling, the Kristen Boss, the $9 one that she just did. I post every day. I make an offer every day. I connect with people every day. I mean, people know what I'm here for and what I do. And I keep it pretty basic. Let's see. PSK, the new medicine cabinet. That's a great way to say it. And it's empowering with that. Or I've seen it called like the Dr. Mom Essential Kit, which I think is really good too. I call it my PSK, my support system. It is the foundation, Becca. That is a great term for it. It's saying like, this is the foundation of your holistic lifestyle and your journey. PSK and a savvy PSK. That's a makeup PSK. I did not even know that I remember they had those, but then I forgot about them having them. What is your approach when Young Living puts new customers under you help? I love this question because my team struggles with this. And it's something I'm a big fan of Happy Mail. I send people, depending on whatever the season is, I always send the same book. The Hello Essentials mini books. I really like those. And I send things based on the season. So an extra postcard that will be based on the season. I always mail a gift, even if I don't get in touch with them. I have flipped one placement brand partner, which is really, really cool. She's a dentist's wife and I used to be a hygienist. So it was just very random that we got put underneath, but I always like to send stuff. And sometimes I'll reach out. I send an email to every single one of my new customers introducing myself. I usually will find them on Facebook. I do send newsletters to our entire team. And at the bottom, it will have my Instagram handle. So I would encourage you, however you're connecting with a Young Living stack, how you're getting them to come back to your feed. But I've always found it's really great when I introduce myself and tell them like, hey, I've sent something to you that's going to help you with with your starter bundle, or what did you get so I can mail something. When people get gifts, it's a great way to connect because they're not feeling like you're asking for them to buy again, or that you're not being salesy. So getting them a gift in the mail, whatever your starter bundle looks like, or whatever happy mail that you're sending that month, is always, I've found it very well received and appreciative because they don't feel like you're bothering them. And based on, we know some network marketing practices, I mean, and I've had it happen to me, where you do feel a bit harassed and you do feel like it's about, what that person is selling. I really feel when you can give somebody something for free and say, thank you so much for your purchase. How can I help? Here is a gift based on the season of what's going on. And I think you really could use this roller or whatever it is. It can really help you connect with that customer and create a trustful relationship, because when they give you those people, you don't know them from a hole in the wall. So the hard part about that is they didn't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you. Young Living placed them underneath you, which is a gift from God. But now you've got to kind of work backwards, which can be difficult. But once you get it down pat and you get into a system, you'll see some really great differences in how you're handling it now. Let's see, oil PSK, Ningxia kit, and then a thieves kit. So you grabbed all three. You were like, let me get all three of these and call it a day. So you can tell Becca and I are, we are on the same team. I reach out to them through email or project broadcast, ask what they got started with, and then send a tailored gift, which is really important. Do you post every day on your feed, stories, or reels? I will be super honest with you. I'm a little bit lazy on my screen when you go to it, but I'm on my stories every single day. Maybe not Sunday. And I'm very loud about taking Sunday off or taking time, like very big with boundaries, and teaching my team that, I want you guys to rest. Like that's really important to me, rest and reset. But every day I'll share a product or I'll share the business. I share this call. Today I shared a smoothie I made for my kid. And I shared how busy I was this week. It's convention. I mean, it's going to be amazing. Like it's a busy week for us in our businesses. This isn't a week right now where I'm talking about the premium starter bundle and making offers. You absolutely can if you're lined up for that. But for me right now, it's about getting excited for convention. I'm hosting a convention next Saturday, getting people plugged into that. So I think too, you can kind of waver through what your consistency is going to look like based on, the need of what's happening too. There is a recording, and thank you to whoever, I think it was Tammy that told me you need to record this. So yes, there is a recording, and Jill has it pinned at the top of Grow, and you will see, I think she loads them on Fridays, the end of the month, at the end of the week. Wellness toolbox. Gifting rollers is a great idea because they smell amazing. So two things, you're gifting rollers, they're using them, they're getting them on their body, and other people can smell them. I'm a big fan of always getting people using things around other people because I feel that that referral based business is so good. How do you have someone enroll with a PS? You can right now contact Young Living. So I'll contact Young Living and just say like, hey, they wanted that because right now there's not an option to enroll it as their first loyalty reward. But if you message Young Living, they have been able to put the points for the kit on the next month for when they process. I think that that's changing. Don't mark my words, but I'm pretty sure they're making it easier. But if you also have somebody who's, let's say, wants cedarwood in a premium starter bundle, if you use my YL, yes, the website, you can create a bundle and it will say like you pick your starter bundle and then it will say pick a loyalty reward item and you can put whatever extras they want and the entire order will go towards the loyalty rewards because they added more. But if you don't have that case and you need to go backwards, you absolutely can do that. Maybe here, how do you do? Yes, Sarah, I just answered that one. Yes, that's absolutely how you do it. So I've done good, better, best. All right, Peg is asking about good, better, best bundles. Would you focus on just the PSK and then 2 to 3 months with other products? So I started doing mini classes for my team. I would do, so I'll give you an example, a good, better, best hair bundle. So good was sulfurzyme and what did I put in it? Sulfurzyme, Ningxia, or sulfurzyme and cedarwood. Let's just say it was sulfurzyme and cedarwood. The better bundle was sulfurzyme, cedarwood, rosemary, lavender, and the hairspray to make your mermaid hairspray. The best bundle was 2 shampoos, sulfurzyme, and the rest of those products. Okay. And then they get to pick. What I did in the meantime was I educated on each one of those products separately and then allowed them to do good, better, best. What I've noticed with those is the majority of my customers that are on loyalty rewards. Oh, and now we have a dog visitor. You know, we might as well just invite them all in here and have them hang out. So my loyalty rewards customers would generally grab my good, better, best options on their subscriptions. I haven't necessarily had amazing testimonies with onboarding good, better, best products for new customers, but that doesn't mean you may not. But what you could also do is when you said, would you just focus on the PSK? I do a call to action once a month with the premium starter kit. You probably should be doing it more and I don't. I do it once a month. So I will work up to when I know I'm going to throw my offer out for the premium starter bundle. You're going to grab your premium starter bundle today. I'm going to do my post about it. A few days before that, I'm going to talk about like what kind of things that what in the premium starter bundle is going to help them with. Are you tired? Are you sluggish? Are you not sleeping good? I'm going to do those types of posts that get them inquired. And then I'm going to do my ask. So I line all of that up so that every single month I'm planning and doing an ask on a premium starter bundle. Generally what happens is when I do that, somebody will message me that I didn't even know was watching and will say, hey, I want those oils that you're always talking about. And I've been doing this for 7 years and it's the same thing. So I've enrolled customers every single month for 7 years, except December of 2020. I refused to enroll a member and enrolled her January 1st because I had some mindset stuff that I wanted to work on with saying, if I don't enroll, then I'm not successful. That was not the fact. I needed to do some mindset work and say, you know what does it feel like if I have a month where I don't enroll? We all go through seasons. What is my team feeling like right now? So I would say, do your 2 to 3 a month with other products. Encourage your team too. And I encourage you guys to write down like your top 10 outside of your premium starter bundle. So when you're actually sharing about the bundle or the oils in it, not just the bundle. Let's say you just talk about 3 oils that are in it. And that's what the basics are. The basics are going back to that. And then the next day, maybe you share something that's specific, Kid Power, which we know it's Valor, but it's for kids and it smells amazing. And you could talk a little bit about that. And you're going to have your moms that ordered a premium bundle start getting those things. How do you end each post? Always with your, I do not give my referral number out. I do not put it anywhere. The only place that I would generally put it would be maybe on a tap on an Instagram story where it says like, grab your bundle here. I am a behind the scenes type of girl. I want to send you over a link that has everything in it. I do use my YL because I think it's really easy. 2 years ago, we used to write, click here, click this, check this. We don't have to do that anymore with that. So that's really beneficial to me. But you could also walk them through it very easily because it's so simplified. But I just find if I'm dumping my number everywhere, I have no follow-up. If I'm dumping my sign up stuff all over, I have no idea who's looking at it. I have no idea who is interested. Whereas you want somebody to say, how can I order? And I know there's different thoughts about this, like, because you want to tell people how to order, you do, but you also want to make sure that you're being confident enough to be able to say, you know what, somebody messaged you behind the scene, how can I order? You're ready for that sale. You know what I mean? Versus leaving it all over. I do see people who put it on their Facebook and put underneath order here. For me, that's a set it and forget it. And I need follow up. I need to see who's looking at it. I need to know who's in my warm market that I'm working with that month, because that makes follow up really important for me to be able to transfer a prospect to a customer. Do you have a way of getting people to say yes to loyalty rewards when they're not sold on it or are hesitant? So I don't talk about loyalty rewards. I put them on it. So it's a non-negotiable. So how I wasn't able to buy a bottle of oil, how my customer had said, you know, could I buy a bottle of lavender? I would say, you know, what are we using this lavender for? Let's talk and let's open up the entire thing and have a conversation about what your needs are, because what you think the lavender is going to do may not do what you want it to do. So here's the best option for you. But what I always say, honestly, is the way I'm going to enroll you, you're going to get 24% off your order. And then I take whatever the 100 PV promo is, and I make that my own. You're going to get 10% back from Young Living in points, and you're going to get an additional $10 in Young Living loyalty rewards points, because right now that's what they're giving. So I will bundle that in and I'll say the way that I'm setting you up. So immediately I'm not talking about, hey, you're committed to monthly ordering. I'm not saying, hey, and next month we'll change it. I'm saying the way I'm setting you up is going to get you this welcome packet, this 24% off discount, 20 back from Young Living when it's a month that they're giving 10, but if not, an extra bottle of cedarwood, and I'll break down whatever that promo is, that oil, and educate on why they want it. Usually I can base it on something of their needs, because we usually have 2 or 3 needs. And then I don't get into it. And then I know it's go time. I onboard them into my text program. I know they get my emails. I know they're getting my welcome packet. Yeah, the way I'm setting you up is it's non-negotiable. It's direct. People like to be taken care of. I want to be set up. I know when somebody is messaging me or I'm purchasing something, I don't want wishy-washy sales. I don't want, well, we could, I want, here's how we're going to do this. This is the best bang for your buck. And I actually don't even usually talk about money and bang for your buck, because I still feel bad for people who don't have premium starter kits. So when somebody says, you know, oh, I never got those oils, I'm like, oof, I feel so bad for you. I still feel bad. They changed our life. Like, I pity the person who still has not invested in a premium starter bundle. So when somebody's like, oh, you know, sometimes I'll message people. I'll say, you've been on the fence, like Young Live is having a sale, you ready to jump on it? And they'll say, not yet. And I'm like, I feel so bad for you. How are you doing this? How are you living your life without these oils? But that's my personality. But I truly feel bad for them. So when I'm setting somebody up, I don't ever want to look back and somebody say, why didn't you tell me about loyalty rewards 3 months ago when I started? Because I would have already had 20% back and I would have had $30 in my bank. Like, that's stingy to me. And I know if somebody did that to me or didn't tell me about the business, the same goes with the business. Hey, now that you've got your premium starter bundle, do you know that you can make your premium starter bundle money back by enrolling a couple friends? We can upgrade you to a brand partner and then you'll have your own link. I mean, not many people talk about that, but imagine saying, hey, you can get that covered. You know, that's a really nice thing to talk about. So yes, definitely direct. We've got 20 minutes if anybody has anything else. I am going to talk a little bit about Success in 6 if you guys haven't seen it. It's all the things that are back to the basics that we really need to be getting to. So people need systems. So we're going to be sharing, I'm specifically going to be sharing some of the systems that I use for my team, whether it's onboarding or how to get people on loyalty rewards, or just a checklist on how to manage your new customers. Accountability, which is really, really big in this business. I think sometimes we think we're accountable, and when you can have somebody with you, accountability for me has to be in a group setting. Daily calls to action, so you guys will be knowing what you're doing. The whole plan for this is for you guys to really get the freedom of time. I know as a mom, as a wife, as a caregiver, and then when I was working my full-time job and doing hygiene, I felt like I was pulled in 19 different directions, and my time management was horrible. So you got some social media training by Lizzie. She's awesome. You guys know who she is. Palios, if you guys have been in Grow, you guys know her. She is really great with reels and niche or however you say it. It's still something that I struggle with. Sales skills. So a little bit more about this and how to close the gap with your premium starter bundle prospects. Ownership within your business. Mindset coaching alone is worth it. I do Kristen Boss's Academy, and Jill and Lizzie are in the big academy with Kristen. And I will tell you, when you can start thinking outside the box and realize, hey, I don't have anybody to sell to, and you're kind of telling yourself a story about that and it's not the truth, and somebody can walk you through that, that has been really eye-opening. You guys will have that trainings on all the pillars, and then the 2 live calls a week. That's all in Grow. And that, if you're going to do summer, like a summer and 6, and want to grow with sustainability and take it into the fall, it's definitely something to look at. Let's see, hold on, I'm seeing Instagram handle. I'll just type it below. All right, just to recap on the order here on your post, I don't do that. I don't do it because I want to be personal. I want to handhold. I want to know what they're buying. I also want to be there. I have been around long enough to know, like, sometimes things go weird on the VO. I want to say, I don't send my link until they'll say, okay, I'm ready to order. I say, let me know when you're at your computer, I'll send the link. I don't want somebody signing up and then not cashing out, and then you lose your starter kit bonus. That's not fair. And people do that. We know what 70% of people put things in their cart and don't cash out. I mean, I probably have 4 tabs open right now with things that I haven't cashed out on. So no, I am very specific. When you get to your computer, let me know and I will send you over my link and we'll do it together. Because sometimes they have questions and I want to make sure that I can handhold and walk them through and let them know, like, hey, this is customer care. And I'm here to do this with you. And there's not going to be any hangups. And if there is, your first experience is going to be amazing, because I'm going to get on live chat and handle it right away. Because sometimes that can be a touchy thing for them. It buys a PSK, will they become a brand? They have to buy it. Nope, so no more. So now you have to upgrade, which I actually like. So when you buy a premium starter kit, you are just a customer. You get the 24% off. You're a customer. If you want to become a brand partner and get paid for sharing your link, you have to upgrade to the brand partner kit, which is nice. It's a little bit of skin in the game. It lets people know, you know what I mean? You'll know who to focus on. When we've always had sharers. I mean, that was something that we've always had before. And then you had builders. This kind of, I think, deters a little bit of like, all right, who's going to share with their link? Because they do have a share link, or who's going to get paid, and do this a little bit more as a business. Is the program you just spoke about social selling and the social selling too bit off at the same time? So Social Selling Academy, I don't know if any of you guys are in there, the Kristen Boss Academy, totally different. We're doing Young Living specific business stuff for brand partners. So it won't be, Kristen stuff is a lot of mindset stuff. It's really, really great, but it's not specific systems to Young Living and not specific hiccups to Young Living and not specific questions to Young Living. This is going to be, I honestly think, no, I think if you can do the 5 tasks that we give you every day and, show up to throw an earbud in for the call, or if you want to be coached or the training or whatever it is, you will be absolutely fine. 1 hour a day. I mean, to move the needle in your business 1 hour a day, doing those consistent things, I absolutely think that you could do that. And you want to do those things in 1 hour a day because you want to teach 1 hour a day. I know right now, I don't want my brand partners missing out on any bit of life. When I was growing my business, I had a small baby and then I was pregnant for another baby and I was working at both ends and I had some resentment. And I was in hustle mode, and hustle is exhausting. And I had to teach myself out of that for 2 years. But I will tell you guys something, the boundaries I have around my business. And then when I'm in work mode and what I'm doing, I'm still growing and enrolling every single month. But there was guilt around not being available 24/7. But my family is now blessed with my presence versus saying, hey, we're over here. Like, we know you're growing your business, but we're still important. And I'm sure some of you have experienced that. So that's really what this is going to be about, is really reinventing. And if you're new, creating really good business habits to grow your business. I feel like I have crickets on social media, but I haven't been there. Tammy, keep showing up. Social media. So I was reading something the other day. It said, if you are brand new on social media, you're looking at taking a cold, so somebody who just follows you on social media, and you're brand new on social media, you're looking at least 6 months. And that's on the short end, 6 to 9 months to get an enrollment from that. It's consistency, it's trust, it's value. It's when you keep showing up and you keep offering. A lot of times we feel transactionary. And that is something I talk with a lot of my personal brand partners with, is we are not showing up as a transaction. If you are posting and you are waiting for a transaction, it's not a transactionary business, right? In the social media aspect, we know that is just showing up over and over, creating, hey, they're going to be here for me. They're not going to bail for 3 months and then come back. And if you're bailing for 3 months, you need to figure out what boundaries you need around your business to keep yourself consistent. Right now, Tammy, I would just keep doing it, creating relationships, adding value, share what you're doing, know who you're talking to, and the people will come. Oh, Sarah Jones, you're on here. Cash out means check out. Like when you check out, when you're going to check out of the website, like I want to be there with you when you check out. Love that you said. Yes, absolutely. Go do a podcast. Go and listen to Kristen Boss's podcast. They are amazing about how to grow this business. Ridiculously intentional. Success in 6. Will the content be available forever? It will be available forever. Success in 6 is 60 if you register before the 20th. Anything after the 20th is 90. And I know myself, Lizzie, and Jill's personal teams have codes for those. So if you are on any of those teams, message them. But I think one of the things we always were thinking is the summer is slow. And it's not that the summer was slow. It's that we kind of want to slow down because it's summer and we enjoy summer. But what that means is if what we're doing is not sustainable in a season, we need to reevaluate what we're doing, because our businesses need to be sustainable also all 365 days out of the year. And we should be able to balance that with sustainability, doing the right things to see the growth and be able to onboard brand partners doing the same thing. Let's see. Does anybody else have any questions? And I will gladly answer them. I'm curious how many of you guys are back on to premium starter bundles. If you just want to raise your hand, or if you never left. Yes, Leanne, I know you're back at them. Will it be compatible with Kristen Boss Summer Success? She really heard the $9 course she did. Ours is different. Like I said, it's Young Living specific. It's in line with, like, if you're talking about like the things that you should be doing daily, yes, it will be in line with that as far as being really, really intentional and getting what you need to have done. Let's see. Me, never left them, just use additional bundles for. So that's good, Dawn. And if you're getting reorders on that, that is great. What some of us has noticed is we were spot treating, not so much holistically treating. The way I am setting you up is, all right, so if somebody says I'm ready to grab my premium starter bundle, I will say, okay, let me know when you're at your computer. I'm going to send over my link because I want to be right there with them, and I'll send it over. Right before I send it over, I'll say, okay, the way that I'm going to set you up is you are going to get 24% off. That's a perk from Young Living when they grab their bundle. Okay. I make it like I'm doing this. You're getting 24% off. You're going to get 10 Young Living points, aka dollars, that you can cash in for whatever you want. You're also going to get whatever the 100 PV is, because the bundle is going to be 100 PV. So if that's a lemon oil, you're also going to get a free 15 ml of lemon to use on blah, 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 blah. You're going to need it extra because of A, B, and C. And then whatever my welcome package is, I will make my welcome package as part of this deal. And my welcome package is the same all the time, but you know what? That's a big deal. That's a gift that you're giving, that you're curating, that you're creating, that you're putting things together for. That's part of your perk. And then that's it. And then I have them check out that way, and they know what they're getting. And then within 30 days, they'll be already, I know they're going to say, because my job is to connect. They'll say, oh, I want to order that. And I'm going to say, great. The way I set you up actually already has you set up for your next order. And they'll say, I want this and this. And I'll say, great, we're going to put that on this order, because then you're going to get 20% back next month. And when you process on the next one, you're going to get a free peppermint, because you get peppermint, remember, at 3 months on a loyalty reward order. So I just keep moving forward with the wheel, and it's a process. I don't say you're on loyalty rewards, you're going to have to commit to a monthly wellness box. You're going to have to spend 50 PV each month, because if they want to cancel, they can cancel. There's no lock-in, and I'm watching it like a hawk. So I know if they still have a premium starter bundle in their loyalty rewards, or if they have products that are in there that I know they ordered and we have not connected on anything, I'm going to tell them, hey, listen, like, you're not going to want to duplicate this. But I will tell you 95% of the time, that's not my experience. Well, hold on, I got to go back up here. I never really left, but kind of stalled for a little while. I was also happy to see, and you know what too? And I was listening to something about the kit bonus. She's talking about the kit bonus being encouraging us to share. I and Jill and I did a call on this and grow for a little while. I had to really work with my mindset on why would I stop sharing a PSK just because of a $25 kit sale taken out. My customer is still the main person. The customer is still, and what I realized at that point was, if I don't have a system set up for a customer with a premium starter bundle, and I'm worried about not being paid for the education that I'm giving them, I don't have a system set up. So really get something in place that allows you to send an email or a landing page or a text or something that's set up. And I said, all right, well, I'm still going to recommend the premium starter bundle, regardless of this $25 bonus being gone, because it's the best for my customer, regardless of what. And I know they're going to be a great customer because that's the customers that I produce, right? That's how I'm going to show up so that they're going to be a good customer. Summer Success course via certain times of the day. Yes, they are twice a day. They are twice a week. The training is Tuesday night at 8:30, I believe. And then the coaching call where you can bring Q&A and get in a group setting and ask the questions is Thursday mornings, I think at 10:30, and they are recorded. How do you get them ordering in months 2 and 3? People get annoyed when they get the email that they are on monthly ordering. I've already connected with them before that, so they already know. So say I enroll Kathy on May 17th. Kathy's not going to hear from me until June 17th. Kathy has heard from me the first of the month where my text program goes out. She's heard from me the day she gets her kit, because I'm like, text me the day you get your kit. Did you get my welcome packet? I sent that to you. Like, I am excited for Kathy, and Kathy knows I am stoked. So I am not a pain in the butt, because I am so excited for her, and I truly am, that we're already talking about things that she needs. In 3 weeks, the week before that processes, because they get that email a few days before, she's going to say, I'm out of peppermint, or I'm out of lemon, but I really want that luscious lemon. That's my cue. So it's really within your follow-up. So schedule a few times a month where you're going to connect with your customers from once. Honestly, after the second month I have them ordering, they are good. They know that they know to log in. I'm still educating behind the scenes, and that's why I educate on my social media, and I teach my girls this. Or if you're hosting in-person classes, I was belly to belly for a long time, and then I went social media. Belly to belly meaning I was teaching in-person classes, and then I went social media. And for me, I like social media because I can get my warm market, my cold market, and my customers in one room. And for me, that saves a lot of time. That saves time being able to talk to all three of those types of people for what they need to order, why they need it, and what to put on their loyalty reward for that month, so that they know, oh, after month 2, oh, you know what? Oh, you're going to want to process, or I'll celebrate with them. Hey, this is your 3rd month. Do you know when you process this month, you get that peppermint and you're going up to that 20%. What are we getting? Like, I'm very direct but relational throughout the whole month with stuff. Welcome package is the Oil Essentials book. Oh, I had one somewhere. I just got mailed back to me because the girl put the address in wrong. I always have these, like, they're little, just like summer recipe cards or seasonal recipe cards. I always pop in one of those, a couple of empty rollers. I like confetti. I like shimmery. I like fun stuff. I want to open it like if it was me, like this kind of stuff. Sometimes I put in a hand sanitizer or a chapstick, depending on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll put in a little sample of the Thieves Chest Rub if it's a winter season. If they have little kids, I have some small things I'll throw in there. I bought these little tiny mini rubber duckies from Amazon. Absolutely ridiculous, but moms love them for their kids. Just what I would want is what I put in there. And I keep them pretty reasonable because I have so much of this stuff. Offers I make on IG are just, would you like any of it? Your offers are going to be like, would you like a sample? Would you like this PDF? Do you want to come to this class? Would you be interested in anything like that, or offers? It doesn't have to be, do you want to buy my starter kit? Yeah, Summer of Success is done. Summer of Success is done. I think she meant maybe the content, like would it run, the content run alongside of it? Are they aware how to sign in and remove PSK for month 2? You mean is Young Living aware? I would assume so. I would think the customer can just log in and remove that out. But that might be something that you want to ask customer service. Summer of Success. No, a girl had asked if Summer of Success was the same as Success in 6, if they were going to run together, and no. Yes, Dawn, thank you. Dawn, you are great coming in here. 95% of the time, that's not the case. That 5% can be rooted in your mindset. How do you coach yourself through it? They're not ready. okay, so if I see a trend in my business where I'm not seeing the results that I want over and over and over, I know it's me. I know it's me. I know when we switched everything over last year, I stopped talking about the business because I had to work through the value of some of the things and some of the changes that hurt my business. But I had to work through that with mindset. It made no sense for me not to talk about it, but I had to sit and work through a belief on it. I will tell you, coaching is amazing to getting you working through what you think and what you feel about stuff, and then actually like why we think those things. But when somebody, if I look at that 5% that doesn't reorder, I know I do my job. I know I do a good job. I know they're plugged in. Maybe they bought on a sale, which is why I don't really promote sales that much. Everybody can, but my experience with a sale is you're getting somebody that's on that impulsive end, where I'd really like somebody solid that's ready to buy in the middle of a regular price peak season. That's probably also a mindset thing. So, but Jamie, that's what I just kind of do. I look at it and say, my product's great. If you're not using your oils, I can't be in your house setting up your diffuser and making your rollers. There's nothing, what else can I do to help you to get to use them? And then some people just don't use them. And that's, you know, that can be on them. That's the type of customer they could be. Emails, I use MailerLite. And yes, I have a team website, and then every email that we send one at the beginning of the month with our classes and our promos. And then the second one is usually a topic, like last month was summer essentials. And then I uploaded all of those graphics to the website. Follow up is I use a doc. I actually think it's in Grow, if you look at it. Cough drops are super good, Leanne. I did that over the winter. Wonderful. We've watched replay, rewatch all the goodness. You're welcome, Jean. Wendy is raising her hand. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to. Wendy, can you talk on here or no? I don't know how to unmute somebody, but it doesn't look like she's muted. Well, Wendy, if you want to chat in the chat, you can, but if you want to talk on here, you can. It doesn't show that you're muted, so I think you're okay. Follow up for me too, Laura, is listing what they bought and knowing like what their needs are, because then it's very easy for me to make suggestions. Hey, this made me think of you. Or they're generally like me, so I'm rolling them with the things that they're going to reorder, the things that I'm already buying. Yes, just a Google Doc. I'm actually I'll probably share mine in the Summer in 6 anyways, but it is legit just a Google Doc, and I plug in if they're reactivation, regular enrollment, what they ordered, what the PV was, and then I just go back and forth. It's really whatever works for you and what's quick for you. And then I try, like I try to just stay on top of that, so I can go back and say, all right, who sometimes too, one of my project broadcasts, I tag them for the month they enrolled. And I know like this month I need to go back to the people that I enrolled 3 months ago and connect with them through a project broadcast and say, how you doing, everything. And this is on top of just regular communication, but they know this is also a business and I want to take care of them. So I don't feel bad reaching out. Yeah, the notes section, Tammy, is a great little resource. A lot of people don't know about that. Well, I super appreciate you guys hopping on here and asking these questions and all of the things. This was my first experience doing a Grow call. And obviously, I think it's because we're from Boston area that we talk super fast. So there will be, yes, the Dubsado, Dawn. So there'll be a recording. Jill puts it up at the end of the week. Thank you guys so much for having me. This was super fun and hopefully informative to you guys. And I learned some stuff about you guys that are enrolling with different things and still moving forward, which is awesome. So we will see you guys next week. Good night, guys.